can't always be themselves, and people are constantly thinking about what people are going to see them as or how they're going to get judged by their friends and people they don't know.
And I think the main issue is that there are so many mixed messages. Like, how do you know what you're meant to think? You've got body image, relationships. There are so many things that people have pushed upon them and feel like they have to conform to certain things.
I think there's a real image that's been created, especially recently in the social world, that boys and girls feel the need to conform to in their own different way.
I think that movies and media and things, people our age see things and they think that that's the perfect way that relationships and sexuality needs to be. And I think that when someone gets into a relationship and it doesn't turn out the way that they thought it would be and the way that it's been depicted in movies and film and things like that, it's really frightening, and they don't really understand why it's not this ideal, perfect relationship.
I think in the social media and TV and film and that sort of thing, there's sort of the idea that at this age you should be in a lot of relationships and that's the normal thing, and I think there's sort of this idea if you're not in relationships you're doing something wrong.
In film and television there's quite a definite image of what a relationship should be like, and it's portrayed over and over almost like a cliche.
I think it's just hard to be yourself and be who you want to be because there's so many expectations. You see everybody else acting a certain way, or you have this idea in your head of who you want to be, and it's really hard to act how you feel and act how you think everybody else wants you to feel at the same time.
I think the biggest issue with sexuality is that it's a bit of a status symbol, that a lot of young people feel pressured to explore their sexuality at a younger age because it's kind of what the media is portraying as the norm.
Some of the confusing and potentially harmful messages they portray is they don't show you what happens after. Like, they don't show you all the regret, and they don't show you the bad things that comes from making decisions to be sexually active and to force yourself into relationships. They don't show you the grief that you have afterwards when it doesn't work out.
In the modern world, everyone's trying to grow up so fast and they feel the pressure to become something before their time. What we feel doesn't match up with what we see, so we get confused. We have unrealistic expectations of what it should be like and how it should happen.
The message that it needs to be done, that it's a necessity for young people. It takes time, you have to be at the right level of maturity, and there's a whole lot of other factors. The other person has to be ready, you both got to be sort of balanced.
Well, I think in popular mediums of the media, such as film or television shows, messages such as affairs are all right, the sanctity of a relationship from a Catholic perspective is, that's not conveyed in popular media.
I think that in today's society, everyone feels like they need to be in a relationship to be accepted into society. And I think that people feel, alone or depressed or upset that they don't have someone by their side, when all they really need is, just their parent or a friend or even God to really put their trust in and have a relationship with.
When individuals are conforming to a particular stereotype, I find that they sort of lose their identity and their individuality that makes them so different and unique, and they don't have that sort of individuality that people want to bond with and make relationships around.